you know, I just went on my first vacation and I went to Nashville. Something that I realized while I was on vacation was that I was holding guilt for being or going on vacation. This happened due to a circumstance. Something happened, a phone call, and after I got the phone call, I felt like, oh man, I shouldn't be here on vacation. I should have been at home, or I should have waited for another time or for another person to be on said vacation with me. But I had to do a reflection while I was laying there in the bed and feeling down or feeling guilty about it. I did some reflecting and came to the awareness that I have waited. I waited long enough. I waited to do a whole lot of things in hopes that I would be doing them with someone else or doing them together as a couple. But again, I had waited. It was time for my waiting to stop. It is time for my waiting to stop. It is time for me to enjoy myself. I have done what I am supposed to do. I've raised my children. I've taken care of a household. I was a wife and I did that tenfold. I was a mother and I did that tenfold for a very long time. That was my identity, being a wife and being a mother. And I prided myself on that. And it's definitely nothing wrong with that. I definitely always thought that I was supposed to be a wife and that I was doing what I was supposed to be doing. I went back to school at 28 and got a college degree, having all 6 of the kids. So I did go back and start to pump into myself, but I was constantly pumping into others, and into the others were my family and into my family. And again, there's nothing wrong with me feeling like being a wife and being a mother was the end all, the be all for me. But I started to slowly feel like I still to this day don't really know who I am. I don't really know really what I like or really what it is that I want to be doing. These are things now that I'm just now thinking about, that I'm just now planning for or making plans for. I never really thought about that. Now, when I'm thinking about it, I really don't want to be a wife again. I thought that I did, but I don't really want to be a wife again. I don't want to put all my energy into someone else. And I know you don't have to do that as a wife. You can still have your space. You can still have your time. You can still have a life and still be a wife and a mother. But I am a lover girl deep down inside. I want to spend all of my time with my partner or in love on my partner. But I didn't get what I was given. So now it has me like, do I really want to be back in another relationship? Do I really want to be a wife? I know that I will never be a mother again. I will never start over and have another kid. That is not for me. I can wait on grandkids, or for my children to continue to have kids. I have 2 grandchildren. I don't need a small child. I don't need kids again. I don't want kids again. That's not something that's even on my mind or that I'm thinking about. That's not something that I want to do. Um, but it was just shocking to me and a bit of an eye opener that I am thinking about, or that I was feeling guilty about being there on vacation, knowing full well that I deserved it and that I should have already been doing these things. Again, anxiety played a big part in me not going places. It wasn't always because I was just waiting for somebody else. Anxiety played a huge part in me not going places and not doing a lot of things. Fear. And again, like I said, I'm going to do what I need to do for me and do that while I'm scared and work through fear. But I will no longer feel guilty about this transformation that I am taking and about pumping into myself more, or about caring about me, because if I had done those things in the past, if I had cared a little bit more about myself or had more self-love, I wouldn't be at the predicament I am in now. I wouldn't just now be figuring out who I am. I wouldn't just now be saying, let me level up and look how I want to look and do the things that I want to do. If I had poured more into my own cup, I definitely would not be in the space that I am in today. So with that, I just want to say, no guilt. Don't feel guilty about anything that you are doing for yourself. If you have done what you need to do as a mother and you've done what you needed to do as a wife or as somebody's partner, don't feel guilty about what you do for self, because you deserve it. Because I know I damn sure do.